When I was 5 years old, my father basically my mother on physical, psychological way, verbal, and emotional. I remember very well the day of my birthday. My mother and I had just arrived to do some shopping. We expected only that my father come home to celebrate my 6 years. We spent hours, and when my father finally arrived, I ran to embrace him, and all I got was a rejection. He strongly hit the table and pushed the dinner room's and chairs, and he approaching towards my mother, and I hit a strong clap in the face. I looked at my father, and as he held my mother a few minutes, and when she cried, she said me go, run over here. Those were some of the words that I can remember of it. After a few words, cries to stop it. I started walking from the nursery man and thinking at me, and because he couldn't imagine that could happen. It couldn't kill me. It hit the door, and there was the deep silence. Went out to look for my mom, but she didn't react. I stayed near where after a few hours I fell asleep in the middle of that dream. Instant alarms, people running as if they really wanted to help. Suddenly, I woke up in a stretch from a central hospital. The doctor seen me and writing student, and they asked me about my status. I asked for my mother, but no one else will for me. For a couple of days, I didn't know anything about she. until I began to understand the things. It was so hard hearing that my mother could not endure so much damage. That he has stopped to break it. When I left to the hospital, I went to the house of my grandmother, who after a time died. I already have that 15 years old ago. When she lived alone, so only with me. And then when I lived alone, was that adopted I no one written the history. I admire from my mother. It is my heroine science taking care of my until that moment. And it's not else that be I was to dedicate my family. Now I'll try to take care of a woman actually love their children through campaigns and respect of the worst woman. I recover slowly. I miss my mom.
Domestic or dating violence is a pattern of controlling behaviors that one partner uses to get power over the other, including physical violence or threat of physical violence to get control, emotional or mental abuse, and sexual abuse.
85% of victims of domestic violence are women.
1 in 4 of women worldwide will experience domestic or dating violence in their lifetime. Women between the age of 20 to 24 are at greater risk of becoming victims of domestic violence.
Domestic violence is more likely to take place between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m.
The cost of domestic violence amounts to more than $37 billion a year in law enforcement involvement, legal work, medical and mental health treatment, and lost productivity at companies.
As many as 324,000 women each year experience intimate partner violence during their pregnancy.
Boys who witness domestic violence are 2 times as likely to abuse their own partners and children when they become adults. 1 in 2 of all homeless women and children in the U.S. are fleeing for domestic violence.
Every 9 seconds in the U.S., a woman is beat or insulted.
In 60% to 80% of victim and partner homicides, no matter which partner was killed, the man physically abused the woman before the murder.
Strain, vibrate, and dare to act.
The women who are in the habit of being those who more harmed must be educated and to be prayed professionally before and after the marriage, since these are the best weapons to attack the domestic violence.
The woman must forget those topics so hard. My boyfriend is very violent, but when we married, I will change him. Of nothing of the world it is worth sorrow through. I live in hell for I have been married. speak clearly with his boyfriend or husband, and give him serious ultimatum.
Ask the relatives and the expert for advice in this topic, weighing his opinions with his religious, familial, and social convictions.
Handle all the alternatives that you could actually in the group. Responsibility realize that you take up office in the solutions.
If for the domestic violence it has to rely on denunciation to the police, don't be afraid to the reprise of the husband, since the law protects him through it undocumented.